Hey Pasadena, it's Tuesday, so it must be time for your weekly 2-minute-ish recap of the City Council meeting. I'm District 7 Councilmember Jason Lyon. Last night's consent agenda included a lot of routine administrative matters, like extending the agreements with the plan administrator for the city's deferred compensation fund and with the bank associated with our Paseo, Colorado bonds. We also made some tweaks to this year's operating budget, funded our prudent reserve accounts with about $68 million, accepted more than $7.5 million in grant funds from the Metro Transportation Authority, and approved a separate grant application to Caltrans. On the main agenda, the first item of the evening was the report of the Council Member Compensation Committee. This was a citizen panel created by the voters and appointed by the council that met throughout this past summer. They unanimously recommended the first change to the City Council's compensation structure since 1999. The committee's stated goal was to suggest changes that would make City Council service more feasible and appealing to more residents, with an eye toward diversifying the pool of future candidates. In addition to a recommended increase in the annual stipend for the mayor and council members and boosting the general expense allowance, the panel voted to create a reimbursable family care allowance and to create a reimbursable office operations and security allowance as well. The council deliberated carefully about each of the categories of proposed compensation, and the general consensus was that although each of us might have structured the comp a little differently or suggested different amounts, the committee's work was carefully crafted, and so we deferred to their recommendations. The only changes the council made were to delay implementation of the new spending limits to July 1st, 2026, which is the beginning of the next fiscal year, and to hold off paying the new stipend until the next city council is seated in December of 2026. So that compensation will commence in calendar year 2027. After taking a long time on that matter, we moved pretty efficiently through the next several items. First, we okayed a new schedule of traffic reduction and transportation improvement fees that are charged to construction projects. We made some changes to our zoning code to provide earlier notice to neighbors when new projects are proposed and to conform with changes in state law. And we approved a plan called the Focused Local Roadway Safety Action Plan, which selects a number of high accident corridors for safety improvements under federal and state grant programs. We also formally established a goal of achieving 0 traffic fatalities by 2035. The City Council closed the meeting by conducting several readings of ordinances previously adopted. That's because every new ordinance gets 2 public readings before it becomes city law. So after a 5.5-hour meeting, we adjourned a little bit before 10 p.m. At that point, the Dodgers were still tied 5-5 and had about 8 innings to go. So we all got to see plenty of baseball and Freddie's walk-off homer. Here's hoping for another Dodger win tonight. As always, if you'd like to be in touch, email me at jlyon@cityofpasadena.com.